Good morning. Today we will continue with chapter 10, the last part of chapter 10, solution of triangles, that is application of sine rule, cosine rule and area of triangle. Now we look example 16. Mr. Tan wants to paint the roof of the garage. The diagram on the right is a sketch of the front view of the roof of the garage. He found out that the wood on one part of the roof is longer than the wood on the other part of the roof. So you have this part is shorter and this part is longer. So part A, calculate the length of wood on the longer part of the roof and distance between both walls of the garage. So this is the wall. So we want to calculate the longer part. And part B, what is the area of the front roof of the shape of triangle in meters square, which will be painted by Mr. Tan. So first we calculate the length of wood on the longer part. So what we can do, we can label this triangle as ABC first. So the angle at C given is 30, angle at B is 50, and the length is AB is 5.2, it's already given, and we label the length of AC is Y. So from here we can use sine rule because we know the angle 30 degree and the opposite side 5.2 and 50 degree and the opposite side that we want to find AC. So by using sine rule, y over sine 50 equal to 5.2 over sine 30. So we solve, we get the answer 7.967. So the longer part AC is 7.967. So another question is the distance between both walls. That means from BC. They're asking what is the distance BC. So in BC, you can use either sine rule or cosine rule. Both also you can use. But before you want to use any of the rules, you need the angle A first. So how to find angle A? You know angle C and B, and this is a triangle. So we take 180 minus 30 degree minus 50 degree. So you will get the angle for A is 100 degree. So you can use cosine rule. 5.2 square plus 7.967 square minus 2 times 5.2 times 7.967 times with cos 100. So we will get BC equals to 10.24. Or you want to use sine rule also can. By using sine rule will be BC over sine 100 equal to any of the other pairs that you want to use. Either you want to use AC or AB. So if you want to use AB, will be 5.2 over sine 30. So you can use either sine rule or cosine rule. You will get the same answer for BC. Okay, this is for part A. You will get 10.24 also for BC when you calculate using sine rule. Okay, now part B, what's the area of the front roof if the shape of the triangle, in the shape of the triangle, which will be painted by Mr. Tan. So ABC, they want the area of ABC, so you can use formula area, half times 5.2 times 10.24 times with sine 50. 5.2 is AB, 10.24 is BC. So they use sine 50. Or you want to use sine 30 also can, or sine 100 also can. Depends on which one you want to use. Because you know all the sides and the angles. So the area is 20.40. So thus the triangular area which will be painted by Mr. Tan is 20.40. Now we look at example 17. The diagram on the right shows a glass prism And the sketch of the prism, the cross section of the prism is an equilateral triangle, sides of 6 centimeter. So this is the equilateral part, 6 centimeter. So you can label it after you read. It will be easy. And the height of the prism is 8. The height will be AD. So we want to calculate the angle between BD and CD. So BD, between the line BD and between the line CD. So this is the angle that you want to calculate. So from here you can see this is a right angle triangle DAB. DAB here, DA 8, AB 6. So we want to calculate what is our BD. So we can use theorem Pythagoras. Pythagoras theorem, you get the 6 square plus 8 square. So CD equals to 10. Okay, BD or CD, both are same. This is an isosceles triangle. So both you have 10 centimeter. BD and CD 10. So after you find the length of BD and CD, so now you can calculate the angle D here by using cosine rule. So angle BDC equals to 10 square plus 10 square minus 6 square over 2 times 10 times 10. So you get angle BDC equals to 34.92. Thus, the angle between BD and CD is 34.92. Next, we want to calculate the area of BCD. So you can use either Heron's formula, since you know all the sides, or you can use the area of a triangle formula, that is half AB sine C. So half times 10 times 10 sine 34.92, the angle that you find in part A. So you get 28.622. Next, for part C, the angle between the plane BCD. Okay, maybe I write first. Okay, angle plane BCD. So you must know the BCD is the angle, the plane that is in blue. Then the vertical plane, that is BCEF. So from here you want to know what is the angle. So how to find the angle? So you have BC and BC. So from the first plane, your left is D. So that means your angle start with D, and your second plane, your left is E, F. So now we want another two letters here. So BC. BC, so we find the middle part, BC. EF also we find the middle part. So BC, maybe you can label it. Here they label it as G. And EF, maybe you can label it as H. This is how we find angles between two planes. So you will get the angle is DGH. DGH. This is the triangle. So when you take out, okay, you will have like this, DH and G. So this is a right angle triangle. So DH, how to find DH? So DH, you can take 6. This is an equilateral triangle, 6. And the half of triangle, 3. So using theorem Pythagoras, 6 square minus 3 square, you get 5.1962. So maybe cannot clear here. this part, no? This part is equilateral triangle 6. So DH, you will, using theorem Pythagoras, you get 5.91962. So since this is a right angle triangle, you can use a trigonometry to find the angle uh, DGH. That means this part. You want to calculate this part. So you know DH, opposite, and you know HG. HG is the height of the prism, HG. So we use opposite over adjacent. Then you shift tangent it, you get the angle DGH is 33 degree. So now you answer self-practice 9.10 and intensive practice 9.4 for better understanding. I hope you understand the explanation given for the examples. So thanks for watching.